Hello there, I'm Trayvon Miles, and this is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in tonight's show, a rivalry dubbed as one of the 100 greatest in the United States. CR and Dover squared off on Friday night, and a big one on campus as well. Salisbury University hosting rival Frostburg with a chance at the conference championship on the line. Highlights of an amazing game still to come. And last but not least, excitement withstanding, our plays of the week will have you out of your seat. Sit down, this is DSI, rest yourself, people. It's a long time we got here going on. Both of my colleagues are on assignment with some pretty big games going on. We'll check in with Spencer first, who's at Washington College watching perhaps the story of the year, Pocomoke field hockey, and another state title game. Spencer, tell me what's going on, man.
Welcome back. I'm live here at Washington College because it's the 1A state championship game for field hockey featuring your Pocomoke Warriors taking on Patuxent, and I tell you what a show the home team has been putting on so far. 2 goals in the first half by Lexi Butler, another 2 here in the second half by Beecham, and they are up 5-0 right now with just 4 minutes left in the game. It looks like the championship might be coming home, and as you can see, Pocomoke Nation definitely came out for the game, and they are fired up and ready to go for this one. And why wouldn't you be? That is right here at P-City, showing all kinds of love. And I tell you what, this is going to be a tremendous win if they can pull it off. And it looks that way because obviously this is the first one since losing their head coach Pusey, and what an emotional journey it has been to this point. Certainly honoring them with the way that she is playing out on the field right now. As you can see, the team is out here right now, just 3:22 left in the game. It looks like the trophy is coming back, so get ready, P-City. The party will be going on tonight. We'll have an update on this here shortly at the end of the show, but I'm going to toss things back over to the desk where Trey's standing by. Trey, back over to you.
What a time it would be if Pocomoke brings that field hockey state championship back. I know they love field hockey. We love field hockey as well, but football is on the menu right now as usual. This week we had another big one. Undefeated North Carolina was hosting Queen Anne's in the 2A East semifinal. In the second quarter, it would be tied at 7s before who else? Mr. Do-It-All, Kenny Jackson, takes it in for the Dogs. North Carolina up 7 at halftime. Second half, but here come the Lions. Their starting quarterback, Tommy Bull, was out. Mike D'Angelo at quarterback, and he would take it in from a yard out. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a tied ball game. Goes all the way into the fourth quarter now. Queen Anne still tied with them, and a bad snap from them. And David Bailey Jr. is going to fall on the ball, and the Bulldogs are headed the other way. And talk about a swing of momentum. Bird finds Bailey on the right side, and watch the big sophomore do the rest. He takes it up the sideline for the game-winning touchdown, and the last chance for the Lions. They would have one more chance in this thing, but their quarterback, Mike D'Angelo, would throw deep, and it is picked off by who? You guessed it, Bailey. How about North Carolina? They get their first playoff win in program history, 21-14. Cambridge was hosting Kent County in the 1A East semis as well. Trojans struck first, but here comes the home team. Nate Lowe scores off that quarterback keep right there to tie it up. Shortly, he would take another one in. He does it all the time. Vikings would take the lead. Things got bad to worse for Kent County. Stevie Curran back to pass, picked off by Virgil Sims. Sims is going to take it 44 yards back the other way. Looked like Cambridge was going to pull away, but the Trojans, they got some fight in them all the time. And when you have the Bayside's leading passer and Stevie Curran, you're going to find your man right there, Takai Kalk, for the score. But the Vikings, they would come right back. They're so strong on offense. Check out this run by Emery Wongus. He gets it in. 16-point lead at the break. Cambridge would take. In second half, the Trojans would go on a run, though. Stevie Curran, watch him avoid the rush, and then goes for the bomb Hail Mary all the way up 55 yards to Josh Fry for the score. They would get to within 13 in this game, but Cambridge offense just kept coming. They would be able to close this thing out as they win it 49-30. As for some other Maryland high schools teams also playing last night, Bennett saw their season come to an end in the first round of the state playoffs, put up a good fight, but fell to number 1 seed Reservoir 20-3, and Kent Island's postseason run came to an end as well. They dropped their Elkton game 16-0. Congratulations to both on a great season. And Sussex Tech was taking on Cape in Delaware. The Vikings would come into this game to play big time. A pass they would get completed short to the Ravens, but the ball would get knocked loose. Here it is by Jeremiah Smack. He would fall on it for the road team. And after that, Cape would just exuberate their dominance. They would take the lead here off of this Michael Williams score up the left side. The road team would strike first. He comes all the way back to the other side and takes it on in. The road team looked like they were going to take this one. They were thinking upset early, but Patrick Griffin got his legs moving for Tech, and he would score it up the right sideline. The Ravens went on a big run, but Kate would not go away. The option pitch here would be fumbled, and Kate would pick it up and run it back. I'm telling you all night on Twitter, this looked like it was going to be an upset, but the Ravens defense took over from there, and the Ravens would come back in this game to actually win this 38-21. Delmar was trying to play spoiler to Woodbridge, the Cats defense making plays early in this one. Ball's on the ground, and Kayvon Trader is going to be able to fall on it. Delmar would give it right back here on this next play. Jimmy Atkins on the option pitch. Dejor Brown can't handle it. Jawan Rodriguez comes up with it for the Blue Raiders, and they are headed the other way, and this would lead to this. Tariq Reddick with a long touchdown. Woodbridge is pulling away in this game. They lead it 19-6, and then Troy Haynes, the super freshman, finds the All-State Bragg Davis. What a career that young man has had. That is good for another touchdown. The Blue Raiders get the win 32-6. And some more scores in Delaware as well. Smyrna beats Polytech 66-0. Another offensive explosion for the Eagles. 5 more touchdowns for Nolan Henderson. They march into the playoffs with a 7-game win streak. And Sussex Central all over Indian River. Keontae Sturgis lit it up in the first half. He's been doing that all year, let's be honest. The Knights now await their fate, hoping for some help to get into the postseason. We never can have enough football on my plate. We've got to move on. There are big games everywhere, including the showdown in D-Town. 1 loss Padua, 1 loss Delmar. Somebody's going home. Stick around. You're watching the Delmarva Sports Insider.
Jose Ortiz, offensive line, defensive line, Milford High School. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.